everyone, it's Tracy. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I am going to show you today this flip-flop that I just finished. I've been working on it for a while now and it's like jam-packed. I can't find anything more to fit in it, to tell you the truth, and I don't know where else to add something. I think if I do any more, it's not going to be me. It's going to be me thinking of making it like somebody else. So you have to stick with what you love to do. Don't do something that you think other people will want to see. Do something that you want to do. Okay, so I just had some leather binding, or I don't know what you call that, leather. And I use that to hold it all in together, and then to hold this on the title page. I don't know if you can see, I've put a little bit of gold on it and along the edges, and then we've got some antique lace up here with a rusted safety pin and just a little clip. And then we've just got, I added these little photo corners just for a little dimension, and then this is just a little flower I put on, and it's held together with a little clip with some polka dot sari. I love that. And it just opens up, and there's just a little bit of fun stuff inside. So just another little card to journal on the back, a piece of lace, and then a page from a study on landscape drawing. And I think that's just really, really pretty. So that is in the front cover there. And make sure I'm in frame. So we've just got a little bit of like gold mesh on top of some cheesecloth. And so we'll get started, and I'll try and make sure that I am in frame. It's a very bright day. Today, normally I am like praying for light, and today I'm covering it up. So, okay, in this kit are digitals from mostly Ida Jane Designs and Ruby and Pearl. There may be some Raindrop, Lila. As I go through, I'll try and recall, but it's mostly Ida Jane Designs. And so we just got some texture paste on there. Just a little tag of some copper colored paper. And here I've printed on, I think this is, I don't know who that is, on some tracing paper. And here we've just got a collage page that has a lot of vintage items in it. This is from, is it Sweet Pea? And I noticed that Teresa from Vintage Chick, she had these great numbers on one of the front of her Christmas journals, and I said, where did you get that number? And she told me, and it's actually enlarged. It was the German tape that was made. And so I tried a little enlarging too. I don't have the software. I don't have the capability of like putting in a software program and resizing. So it like takes a whole sheet of paper if I want to enlarge something. It's actually a waste of paper, but I'm hoping one day maybe my son will let me use his laptop. Anyway, this is from an old Better Homes and Gardens floral arranging book. And this is from a similar course book on, this one is calligraphy, obviously. We've got a vintage invoice. Oops. And I love just the little writing on the back of there. I love how they made their ones, and the twos are curly. Don't see that anymore. So this is the front part of an envelope from 1944 from the War and Navy Department. And what I've done is I've just taken, a digital photo that I printed out, and then I've just put it in there so it's like a frame, and then I've just put some vintage ledger on the back and some cello. Here's an old German music sheet. This is a book from a picture from a Dutch book on antiques, and that is, I think that's the travel through Paris, or yeah, because it's the Louvre. And here's a rusty safety pin making rusty marks on this beautiful Belgian postcard with Bonani is embossed, which is really pretty. And the image is just gorgeous. I wish I knew what year it was from, because just things that they made in the past, some of them are just so brilliant still. This is just a piece from a book spine. And then this is an envelope that I stencil coffee dyed. Here's some vintage ledger from 1905. And this is just, this is like an invoice from the Telegram. It's not too old, it's 61, so I guess it's 60 years old. And this is from 1957. This is for 2x8s. I don't know. Hey, ephemera is ephemera. I love it all. Give me paper. And you know I made these. So I just attached that down there. Here's the other side of that envelope that I coffee dyed. And this is just a little piece of scrap vintage. It was a letter from the Captain Chef du BC. So the chief chef of BC. Come on, get in there, you little thing. And this is a check from, I don't know, 1877? Now, and here we've just got some fabric rusted safety pin, and here is a birthday greetings to my dear sister. And it's a card wishing you many happy returns of your birthday. Your loving brother and sister. Letter following with family gloves? With pair of gloves. Aw. And here I've just got, those are the back of those pages, and I've just got another receipt. This was for a room at the Lord Simcoe Hotel in Toronto, and it was $9.75 a night. Steep. Okay, get in there, you little thing. And there's the music. That's the back of that war envelope. On this page, just a little cluster down here with some handmade paper I got from Lita Vintage. And here's just a tag I made with a, trying to remember whose kit this was from, I'm sorry. And then I just did some stamping on here, added some gold washi, and just a little bit of ribbon on top. And just some, just some lace around there. This is Ida Jane. And there's the back of that, and the back of that page on lettering. And here, just a little tag, and isn't this beautiful? Love the color on that. That's printed on presentation paper. It makes such a huge difference. It's expensive, but it just makes the ink look like it's popping off the page. There's that floral arranging book. This is a piece of ledger from a farming book. Like farming, keep track of your cows, chickens, all of that, and then you have to, like, I guess, submit to somebody at the end of the year with how many cows you bought, sold, and slaughtered, and vice versa. So, country living. That's the other side of that tracing paper. Here we've got the other side of that packing paper, and we did a little texture stencil, and here we've just got a tag, and I did some mica on that. I don't know if you can see that. Just sewed on a button and a piece of doily, and we've got it lined with antique ledger on the back. So here we've got a, this is from a book on roses that I got, and I just thought the colors just matched just so perfectly with this page. Like the oranges and the greens was just a perfect spot to add that in. And so now we're gonna go to the second signature. And here we've got the little scrappy pad, just a spot to write some notes. And there's the print on the back. Ooh. And I love this velvet trim I got. And this is actually a little folio I got from Jan at Lita Vintage. And so I made it part of the signature. I think it works really well because the patterns on that very much match what the theme of this kit was. And there's just a book page and a copy of a photo. And this is, I think this was a Ruby and Pearl envelope or a TaylorMade Journals envelope. And I just took, this was from a magazine, and I just thought it was perfect to go there. And there's more tracing paper, and this is from my vintage crochet book. Well, all things. There was like, I think I described everything with yarn or string book. So then we've just got, this is Yvonne Preston, I think. This is on her coffee page. Yeah. And then I've just added, I've just added a stamp here, and then I've just got some laundry tape there in the eyelet, and it just flips out. And this is, that's Raindrop Lila's new kit. And this is just from a German book page. This one I'm pretty sure is Ruby and Pearl, but I don't know. This is vintage wrapping paper, and you know me and using my vintage wallpaper or wrapping paper. It's so difficult, but this was from Jan at Lita Vintage again, and I used it, and yeah, it broke my heart to use it, but somebody else can appreciate it now. And then we just got some blue stamping there to match with that, and then this blue with a little lace on the top and a rusty paper clip. I just thought it sort of matched that. And this is just a vintage envelope that somebody, it was from 1962. And I just thought it was really cool because it opened, so it's like a pay envelope, right? So maybe it was someone's payroll from, because it was from an airbase, so could have been. And here, just a little tuck spot. I didn't put anything in there because I kind of like this list, but I just did some stamping on the slide. And there is a book page. This is, look at this. See, this is the colors that just pop. This is Ida Jane. Isn't it just stunning? And this is Happy Mill washi tape. Worked perfect there. That's why you save everything, because you can always find a home for it. And that's why my area where I craft is so scary to look at because I keep everything I want right in that area, right? I come to a different spot to film because I can't craft here because my dog won't let me. She rules the house. So I've just made this page fold out and just added some eyelets and a little bit of ribbon. And you can tuck something in there, just a little cluster on the bottom of this book page. Here's the other coffee dyed patterns. And this is just a Blue Cross receipt from 1963 that I just added in that spot because it was empty. And here, just a little tag, just a little stamp on the back, and just some vellum there. And this is the other part of the folder I got from Jan, and I just threw in these navy buttons because navy, blue, blue, right? Go with the flow. And so that's the second signature. So now we're in the third. And I carried the green stamps with the beautiful colors of this page. Oops. And so this was a magazine page that had a picture of a deer and a sheep. And then I had this printable. I can't remember where I got it, probably Graphics Fairy. And so I just cut the little window out so the deer's peeking through. And I was fooling around with my die cuts, and so I just added this embossed die cut there as a label, and you could put something across that if you wanted. And on the back of that page, I just added a half of a paper bag because I had it. And you can tuck some things in there and journal on there. Here is from a, I think this is from the Boys Own Annual. And this is a dictionary page. And here we've got, this is a vintage wallpaper. Got some trim, another number from, I think it's Sweet Pea Curiosities, I think. And this is, in those office supplies that I got free, it had this paper, like shiny paper. I don't know what kind of paper it is, but it printed things out nice. It's just kind of really muted, but it's free paper, right? And I got a huge stack of it. So I printed Lydia's, a couple of her tags from her new kit on it, and then just embossed a little bit of them. And then we've got a mother of pearl button and a bulb pin there. And this is just a waxed dictionary, part of a waxed dictionary page. And that's the kids grammar book. We've got a vintage music sheet in the center of our signature. Here we've got lace. This is a vintage lace that I got from, oops, Greek Chick. And I just did some stenciling on the top and bottom. It's empty because I couldn't figure out what to put in it, and I wasn't going to put something in it, like I said, for the sake of it. And then these are die cuts. You can tell I was playing. I want to use up every bit of piece of paper that I have, right? So I'm just die cutting and embossing everything I can find. So this is another collaged page with, this is like coffee dyed parchment, and this is something I stamped, and all sorts of just a mixture of things in there, and even a little piece of book spine. And here I've just taken a little piece. I don't know where I got this from, if it was a book. This is 1924 Linens and More. A while back I got a whole bunch of these little pieces of lace from her, and I still had some. I found them in my pile, and so I thought it's gonna look really cute there as like a dangle. And here I've just printed this on onion skin paper, and I love the sound of it. I don't know how loud it is on your end, folks, so we'll just leave that there. There's the other side of the Boys Own. Here's a beautiful magazine page that has all sorts of our crafty stuff that we love, so why not add that in there? And there's the back of that from a craft book. This is the other side of that frame where the deer was. So I just took another Tim Holtz frame, and I just kind of distressed it a little bit. And then inside we've got the lovely lady and a little bit more of that velvet trim, and then just a little collage on the back. So pop her back in there. And then this is the back of that letter, and it has a grocery list. So I loved it. I'm leaving it. Okay, so here's our 1, 2, 3. This is our fourth signature, and I've just got a little bit of that trim there. This one isn't highly decorated because it's very narrow, and if it gets too fat, it's not going to close properly. So hopefully I'm in frame. So here we've got some handmade paper, and I've just added this little pieces of scraps there as a belly band. And this is from a book on flowers. Here's the harmonica book, note paper. We've got a little tag there. This is from Henry the something. Bagging paper. That's just a stencil. A big dictionary page. I've just left these. I didn't want to get into all the dangles on a flip-flop because you're flip-flopping. It's like Monica's hair on Friends when they went to Jamaica and she had all those beads put in her hair. That's what a flip-flop with dangles reminds me of. So, and if any of you don't know what I'm talking about, I totally understand, because sometimes I think my mom's the only one that understands what I'm talking about, because we're both like a little woo. So here I just put this punched trim across, got some sellotape there. So we're gonna go, so 1, 2, 3, 4, so this is our fifth. And got some more of the digital kit. This is from another course book on watercolor painting, and it's showing you the different ways to blend the colors together. Just a little rest of that piece of trim down there, had a little left over. So here is the other part of that wax dictionary page, and here's your grocery receipt from Marietta, Iowa from 1934. And yeah, oh, and they were short 63 cents. Pshaw. Music sheet, and here, this is just held in with a bobby pin, and we've got just a little cluster down here with a tiny cigar band. We've got a little eyelet there. We have a little receipt ticket from 1955. That's for your taxes, obviously, because it's April 1st or January 14th. Oh, me. So this tag is, I think this is one of Lydia's new ones again. And I think this was printed on matte photo paper. And we've just got where I made that little, oh my God, took that little tiny photo that I shrunk down and made a glue like resin protecting cover on it, and the back of that tag's just blank, sorry. And then this is the dictionary page, and it opens up, and there's just a couple more pages in there. I was gonna sew it together, but I was afraid that it might split the dictionary page. But then I thought, oh, that's why I put the tape there, but I forgot to sew it. So there we go. So, oh my gosh, Tracy. So, bobby pins aren't just for hair anymore, folks. So then we've got, this is waxed music paper that I printed a digital kit on. Here's another receipt. This is just this was a Flo and Fauna photo, and it's just got a little bit of, I don't know what kind of ink that is. That's a unknown cluster. From the grammar book. This is vintage ledger. And this is like one of my favorite things of this journal is I love making it tall. Like this is 12.5 high. So it's not your like normal flip flop. It is like a full size tall sheet flip flop. So this is one, like I say, one of the things I love. I had these books, they were called, I think it was Horizons, and it just had sections of the book where it just had artists' work, and this was one of, this page here was called Coffee, and sorry, and I'll open it up. So this was called Coffee, a painting by Richard de Bincorn, 1959. This is Elmer Bishkopfnitz Landscape with Bare Tree, 1958. I don't know if this is going to fit now. Okay, so this was my favorite part. Look, it's a centerfold. It's a beautiful painting by David Park called Four Men from 1958. And isn't it something? It is something. So, yeah. And it was like in the middle of a book. I couldn't not keep it together, right? So I've had it, and I've just been waiting for the perfect journal that had the colors, that had the room to fit something this beautiful. So that's there. Okay, so you saw the centerfold, so let's get going with the rest. So here we've got just a tiny little piece of lace there with a photo. I think this might be Sam Poole. And it's just a little cluster thrown together, and I just made a tab with one of them hanging out, and we've just got another little red or glue lady on there. There's the other side of that receipt. I love these German receipts because they have these great tax stamps on them. So this is a first day cover, Pilgrimage to Pennsylvania. So it's from 1975. And so it's just empty there, and then you can use the writing space there. Here's the music page. This is just a, it's actually a window envelope, and it's empty, but I liked the colors. It sort of matched this page perfectly. And so it's a flip out with some just collage on the back and a lot of Tim Holtz fabric tape. And there's the back of that paint blending. So in here, I just added this lace pocket, and this was from one of the magazines that I love, and she is actually a journal maker from France, and this was her with one of her journals, and I thought it was pretty cool. So that goes in there. There's a vintage stamp up there, and this is just some napkin that I made rice paper with. So this is our final signature. Wow. This was from a Happy Mail, and I thought, if this journal for any reason goes anywhere outside of Canada, people are certainly going to appreciate our Canadian stamps for their beauty. So especially, like, these are just gorgeous stamps, and I love this person that I get this Happy Mail from, because they always use gorgeous stamps to send their mail with. And I think that's a pretty cool thing. Except when it costs $26 to ship, I would be licking stamps till the cows came home. Excuse me. So here we've got just some lace trim on the side here. And this is also from, what book was this from? I can't remember which book this was from, but I love the spools. And this is a coffee-dyed music roll. You'll see when we get to the other side, it opens up, but it's got this beautiful fern leaf pattern. This is a waxed page, and I just love how it sort of turned out. When you wax on linen, you get, like on the back page, you see more of the effect. I just love it. And here, just a little cluster. This is a liquor label, and here we've just got some vintage wallpaper, and this is just like a little label tag. It's got some coffee dyed graph paper. You can journal on there. This is from a German book, and this is not vintage ledger, it's just like a ledger paper that's from, you can buy today, but I've no idea. Is this the one? No, I found this at a thrift store, that's right. But it was in a whole package. So more dictionary page, and this page had blue, so I made it blue, and this is a Well-Loved Journals. This is from one of Natalie's kits. And I just added these snaps. So pretty cute, huh? 10 cents. But it's blue. Blue, 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 blue. And that flips. And there's a gentleman dreaming in a boat, in a canoe. He's dreaming because this is what I wanted to be in the center of my signature. This is like a rockin' 50s party, right? It is a beautiful painting. You just think it's, see, look at the guys used to wear suits and suit jackets when they went to house parties, and I bet there's a jar in there where all the keys are, and there's the record player. Love it. And look at the little fountain. Aww. So on the back, I just put this little belly band, and this is just coffee dyed recipe card. And here we got dictionary page. This is the other part of that ledger. And book page, coffee dyed graph paper, the other half of that waxed page there. Here's the other part of that coffee stenciled piano roll. I think it looks gorgeous. Look how shiny it is. And on the back of that, we've got the other part of the spool, the other part of that, and I've just made a flip with a French envelope from, I don't know what year it's from. I'm not going to spend a lot of time looking at it. I think it's 59, but I loved how the colors sort of matched all together. I've added a little bit of crochet here, and I just loved how this kind of waterfalled down. And so we're back to the beginning, folks. That was a long one, and I can't tell you if I was in frame the whole time or not, because I didn't always look. But I'm just happy we got through this, and I'm happy I did it with you. So I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.